I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. We are going to dive into my projects that I've been working on, and we are going to look at the I finished two things, but I've already shown you one of them. Two finished objects that I have. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that I don't have a lot of projects at once. But I do have two very big projects going on right now. But before we do that, I want to show you my finished objects. So one of them was a kit sent to me from Christine over at Christine is Crocheting. She is my Happy Mail Advent partner for this year, and she sent me, we're doing kits for each month. So she sent me, for one of the very first kits that I got, was an embroidery kit. So you crocheted the circle and then you did embroidery for the pieces on top. So this is what it looks like, all finished. And it now resides in my daughter's room on her desk, I believe, is where she has it. So, yes, it is finished. I did submit this for the March Moo's Flower Power Cal. I did submit this for the month of March. There is one more month, which is this month, April, for the Flower Power Cal. And then it'll be over, a whole year, and it'll be over. Another thing that I made was this spa set. I did this one day during a training. It's just a basket and two face scrubbies. When I do trainings, I tend to crochet, keep my hands busy. Otherwise, my mind will wander and I will not be paying attention, which is, you're supposed to be paying attention during the training. So I need something to keep me grounded, or I will go off into space somewhere inside my brain. So then the other thing that I made was a cat. My daughter asked me for a crochet cat. And that is a rainbow cotton yarn that I used, and then the top crochet, and then the feet, the ears, the nose is the capri cotton that I got from my previous Happy Mail Advent partner, Maureen, to put in to, those are the colors that she picked out. She wanted the rainbow, and originally she wanted a blue, but I told her, I put it up against it, and I was like, it's not really going to stand out the same way that the white will. Right? So it's not going to stand out the way that you want it to. So I did that. So those are my two finished objects. Those are the two things that I have finished. So I have that. And the other things that I have are all works in progress. So I do have this blanket, and I will show you. This is the Granny Spiked My Ripple blanket. You can find the pattern on Ravelry. I was inspired by Spring, the fiber enthusiast, to do this blanket. And this is, so I have, if I fold it in half, I can't really even put it, okay. So if I fold it in half, this is how much I have, but I made it entirely too wide when I started and didn't realize that when I didn't do it correctly. It's a beautiful blanket and I love it, but if I do it lengthwise, right, it's a very long blanket then, and it'd be about finished, right? It would be about finished because it would be a nice little throw blanket. So I'm trying to decide if I want to finish it up in another row, another set or two, or if I want to keep going and make it for my bed. That wasn't the original purpose. The original purpose was to make a throw blanket. And I love the blanket. So the only other thing that I'm concerned about is the border. So I want to do, I know I can't do a border like on this part because it's like a ripple, but on the sides, I thought I could maybe do a border, but just on the sides, if that makes sense. So if there's something that you have a suggestion for, I would love for you to let me know that. But the last time that I showed it to you, I was at this pink stitch marker here, and I change color every 2 rows. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 rows, because I have to do one more row of the variegated. And this is all using Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. This colorway, the variegated, is cinnamon cedar, which is one of my absolute favorites. I love it in cotton and I love it in the acrylic. This is all acrylic yarn. This colorway is cinnamon, the brown, and then the reddish color is terracotta. It's not gonna, the colors aren't gonna show up. They're not as dark as they're showing up on camera, but I don't have a lot of light in here, so this is what I have to work with. But I'm at the point where I'm trying to decide if I want to keep making it bigger to make it go on my bed, and if so, then I would turn it this way because it would fit my bed this way, and make it grow up more. Or I could be finished except for like a border, because it's really long. Like it would go under my feet and it definitely covers my body, right? So just let me know what you think. But I do love, love, love these colors, and I love this blanket so much. So I have that, and then other big project that I'm working on, ooh, I dropped those, is this bad boy in here, which I have not touched in a little while. This is the Wavy Waffle pattern from Fiber Spider, and I saw this on Creations by Jax. She did a community tab post, and I saw her mention this. Like she was doing it in a cream color, I believe. And I was just like, oh man, I really want to do that blanket now. Hold on, I'm trying to find all my yarn. What did I do? Oh, it's still in the bag. Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I should have been better prepared, but I'm not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the Wavy Waffle pattern blanket that I'm working on. I am doing 3 strands of yarn together. It is very heavy. I need to stretch it out to see how long it will be. But this is the bottom of the blanket here. And that's, so here's the bottom. And then it goes this way. So it is, it's really heavy. But it is for my daughter. She absolutely loves it. And I am using Caron Kindness yarn, which is not a colorway that, or not a colorway. It's not a yarn that is used anymore. Oh, I didn't tell you, for the Granny's Fight My Ripple blanket, I'm using a Clover Amore 5.5 millimeter hook. And for this Wavy Waffle pattern blanket, I am using a Clover Amore 8 millimeter hook. This has taken several balls of yarn, which is nice because I'm able to utilize them for the Stash Down 2024 for Queen's Crafts by Bridget. So I'll get to the stats on what I've used this month so far in just a moment. But I wanted to show you what I've been working on. And for the cat, I used a 4 millimeter Clover Amore. Yeah, a 4 millimeter Clover Amore. And it was from a kit that I purchased a while back. I took my son when I went to go see him before I left the States. I went to go see him in college, and we went to a bookstore, and I bought this crochet kit because it was cats. And I was like, oh, it's cats. And then, of course, it got moved and moved again because I was in a hotel, and then I was in a house, and then I had to set up my everything. So I didn't get around to doing it. I also bought a Nightmare Before Christmas kit, which I also haven't done. But I'll try to find the video and link that video in the description box of what I purchased, so you can see the kit, because it's downstairs and I don't have the book with me. So the other thing that I'm working on is this lovely. It is in a Queen's Craft by Bridget Japanese knot bag with my bestest girl on it. And this yarn will not count, I don't think. No, it won't count in the Stash Down yarn. Oh, okay, there it is. I pulled out the wrong bag. So, I don't have much done, but it is going to be a cardigan. It is the Candy Tuft cardigan pattern on Ravelry. I got it for $5, but someone said that they saw it for $7, so I'm wondering if maybe I just caught the tail end of a sale or something. But this is what I have so far. This is it folded in half. This is it. This is it, you guys. But I really love how the colors are playing out in this. Be still. Little stitch marker. I really love how the colors are playing out in this. It is short and long stripes of color. So if you were gonna do like pooling or something, then you would have to play around with the yarn to know how many stitches you're gonna get, because you don't always get the same amount of stitches at each stripe, I've noticed. Because some of the stripes are longer. Like, for example, this cream color stripe towards the bottom. There. It ends like right there, and it starts way over here. But then there's another cream color stripe that's a little bit shorter. So you have, you don't have exact, and since I'm doing a cardigan, this is meant for socks. So this is the bamboo sock pop yarn that I ordered from Premier. And it was a recent purchase, so it's not going to count in the Stash Down, but it's still a whip that I'm working on. So this is the colors of the yarn. And I bought it with the intentions of making a cardigan, and I know that I have a lot of projects going on at once, but I could not get making a cardigan out of my head. It was like, make the cardigan, make the cardigan, make the cardigan, make the cardigan. And I didn't even know what cardigan I wanted to make. I just knew I wanted to make one. And I've been talking about it, because that's what's on my brain. And I finally just was like, okay, I need to find one. Because this is a very colorful yarn, I wanted it to be a very simple stitch pattern to where it's going to show more of the yarn. But I didn't want to just do it in like half double crochet or something like that. I wanted it to be in a fairly fairly simple stitch, but not like a basic stitch, if that makes sense. Sorry, my nose has been itching for days. There is the winds from the Sahara in Africa that have made their way to Sicily. This happened last year too, and I am just like, it gets in my eyes, even with my glasses on. My nose is itchy. I don't have like the runny nose like some of the allergies like some other people do, but it is a lot. So for this I almost said shawl, not a shawl. For this cardigan, I'm using my 4mm tulip Edamo hook. Alright. So that is in here. That's what I'm using for that. And I am happy to finally have it. I told my friend Amanda at Obsessive Crochet Lady, I told her, I said, even if I don't, she's like, I can't believe you started another project. And I was like, I know, I'm overwhelmed already. But I finished the embroidery thing. So that was a finished object. I finished the cat, and I started the cat and finished the cat over spring break. So I just needed to have something finished, like, because these blankets are taking forever, which is not a problem. I don't mind that, but it, like, you get the sense that, like, you need a sense of accomplishment, or at least I do. So I was like, I do like a small Amy or something. My daughter had wanted a cat. I was like, I'll just do that. And I like amigurumi. So I did those things. And then I was like, okay, I've been debating on whether or not I should call the Granny Spike My Ripple blanket finished in just a little bit. Like, I want to do a couple more rows, but then I'm really trying to figure out the border situation, because it's a nice clean border already, but I want to, like, I don't know, zhuzh it up a little bit on the sides, but I don't know what to do. So any suggestions that you have, please put them in the comments. I would appreciate it. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling like I'm about to be done, so I feel comfortable starting something else. So even if I just start this and it sits there, it's not a stitch that I have to go back and look at the pattern for a long time. So like that I'm doing is going to be from my underarms down as long as I want it to go. So, and it's a super fine #1 yarn, so it's going to take me a long time. So I'm perfectly fine with it just sitting, because it's not something that I'm going to have to go back and look at the pattern and say, oh my god, I don't remember how I did this. That's not it at all. So I'm not going to have to worry if it goes on the back burner for a little while, until I finish probably the Granny Spike My Ripple blanket first, because that Wavy Waffle pattern, I can only do so much of the 3 yarns together before my wrist starts to hurt, because it's a lot, and I crochet really tightly, so it's a lot of pressure on my wrist. I've tried to loosen my tension, doesn't work. Anyway, stash down. So and I know Lala at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming is doing stash busting as well, but for the month of March, I used 2,142 yards. So I used 3 more of the Caron Kindness. And they are 345 yards each. And then I used one more each of the red, the terracotta and the brown, the cinnamon, which are 355 yards, I believe. And then I used 200 and something yards. I didn't write it all down. I'm sorry. I totaled it, but I didn't write each one down. The variegated, the cinnamon cedar is 200. I want to say it's 250 something yards. And then the rainbow cotton that I used for the cat, that was 125 yards. Then I had, I actually measured out the white. It was 20 yards that I used for that. And I did not include the embroidery because I got that this year for the Happy Mail Advent for this year, so that is not included. And then of course this yarn will not be included for that. I did find the crochet hook for the embroidery. It's sitting right here. I don't know if it says the size on it. Oh, 3.5 millimeter. So that pink crochet on the backdrop of the embroidery hoop. That was the hook that came with the kit. So I just used it so that I didn't have to. It was supposed to be all inclusive. So I just used whatever was in there. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about is the hidden giveaway for April. So you're going to see this on Friday, April 5th. That means you have one more day to go and check out the Operation Collaboration Swap that I posted on Monday. That's an open giveaway between Kim at the Regretful Yarn Addict and myself. If you're seeing this after April 6, 2024, that giveaway is closed. My apologies. If you're seeing this after the end of April 2024, what I'm about to say will no longer be valid. But this is a hidden giveaway for the month of April. And because I'm already sending out a physical prize for the Operation Collaboration Swap, I'm going to do another digital prize. I try to alternate, but I'm going to do another digital prize because June is my podiversary. So I'll do a small physical prize in May, and then I'll do of course, my podiversary. I won't have a hidden giveaway in June because it will be my podiversary. And then in July, when I go back to the States, I'm gonna do a digital prize because I'm not gonna be around, and I don't know where I'm gonna be to keep a physical prize on me. So this month I am gonna do a digital prize, but I'm gonna do it a little differently. I want to give back to a lot of the people that have given me shout outs or given me a spot on their live or anything like that. So what I want you to do for this giveaway, I want you to go to the channels that I'm mentioning. I've mentioned several already in the video. And there are many, many more that have given me shout outs, and that have helped me and that have made me feel welcome. And I want you to go and show their channels some love. I will put a list in the description box, not only of the channels that I've mentioned, but channels that have helped me. I may not remember all of them, and if I miss you, I apologize. but I will go through and list as many as I can. So there'll be channels that I mentioned, and then channels that have helped me. And just give them some watch time, like some videos, share some of them out if you have a channel or a community tab, or even talk to your real life friends, right? Like talk to your 3D friends, because like I'm a 2D friend, because hi, I'm on camera, how's it going? But your 3D friends, like your real life, like you can touch them friends, like hi, how are you? Let's go have coffee. Or tea, or whatever it is that you drink. Tell some of them. I know that you have some friends that are interested in some of the things that you do. Share what you're watching. Share what you're doing. See if you can add some new subscribers to some of these wonderful people. And to that end, the keyword for this giveaway is going to be love. 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 And the prize will be a $10 Amazon, US Amazon gift card, or I will do patterns up to the value of $10 US from Etsy or Ravelry, or if you want a gift card to an Etsy shop. So there are some people that have Etsy shops, and if you want a gift card to their shop, a lot of Etsy shops do gift cards. I can purchase a gift card for you from a shop if there's something that you want, but it will be the value of $10 US. If that is in like pounds or euro or something like that, it will be less than $10 US because the pound and the euro are higher than the dollar right now. But with that being said, if you get something if you get patterns off of Etsy or Ravelry, you can get multiple patterns up to the value of $10 US. I don't think that I've made that super clear. If you find one really amazing pattern and it's $9 US and you find another pattern for $1 US, that's $10 US, that's fine. But make sure that if it's in like Canadian dollars or something, or Australian dollars or euro or whatever, please make sure that you convert and see what that's going to be in US dollars. Okay, because that's what I get paid in. I get paid in US dollars, so that's what I'm going to share with you. So, just please go show those channels some love, and I want to thank you so much for your time and your attention and for visiting with me today. Be well, be safe, and as always, be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!